welcome everybody to Dungeon Academy Episode 2, the introductory Dungeons and Dragons show. I think they're all fans of Dice Camera Action, and I think what we learned last time was, if you watch Dice Camera Action, you pretty much know how to play D&D.
So just to watch Dice Camera Action, you don't need to watch it.
Word.
Tutorial.
But also watch us because we're awesome.
Yeah. So last time, we started last time. The group was level 1, right? That's just like the beginner level. So what happened between this week and at the end of last session, they hit level 2. Now in Dungeons and Dragons, there's a couple ways the Dungeon Master can decide when the group levels. You could track experience points. You could award experience points for everything. And there's all sorts of rules for that in the Dungeon Master's Guide and in the Monster Manual. In the Monster Manual, every monster has an XP value. So if you defeat that monster in some way, you get those experience points and you split them among the players. But I think what happens a lot of times in D&D is over time, tracking the XP, it becomes like a hassle. Some people love it and they always do it, and it can feel really cool, but a lot of people end up just handing out the next level when it feels right. You know, when they complete a certain task or just blah. Me, I usually do once every 3 sessions if it feels right, something like that. So, but some people do XP, and they trickle it in, and the group very slowly earns their way all the way up, and that's actually very satisfying. So the group hit level 2, and they actually got a lot of hit points and got some new spells. And the Ranger Bravesweet is now like an archer and has a +6 to hit with bows and stuff like that. And they got a bunch of healing spells, all sorts. I
did not.
Oh, some people. And
I got healing word, so there's that.
All right.
It's okay. We need it. We need stuff.
Oh, and I wanted to make one thing. You guys got the Orb of Golden Death last time. I'm going to say that when you use its power, it just drains your life force. You don't have to do blood or anything like that. It'll just automatically happen when you do it. All right.
Cool.
And
let's not use that.
It'll still hurt you, but it's not going to be like a thing.
I dropped my notes, so I'll be on the floor for a second.
All right. Oh, and I guess I wanted to mention that so I don't know why I wrote this, but I do Waffle Talk every Tuesday. So next week we're gonna talk about Dice Camera Action. I'm also gonna talk about Holly's Birdcage show. And I'm gonna talk about Anna's new show, and our guest I think is gonna be Rachel Seeley, who plays Miranda. So
I love Rachel.
I know. She should just stay.
Wow.
That's how I feel. She should stay.
Miranda is a good friend.
Yeah.
We love you.
All right. Yeah. So last time the group went into the Feywild, their friend Kella the Druid had stolen a thing from the Temple of Elemental Evil. So the group went and she fled into the Feywild, and the bad guys injured her really bad. And somehow a giant frog swallowed the thing she stole, and it's like this evil skull called the Orb of Golden Death that's in this iron box, and when you open it has this evil aura where you can't heal, and it does have special powers you can use, but it hurts you when you use the powers. And so the group had met a dog that can teleport. And
he's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
He's kind of just jumping around them and stuff. And
good boy.
so they were checking out the Orb of Golden Death, right? And Kella's hurt, and they're kind of on the shore of this lake with giant lily pads. And out of the forest, 30 feet away, a big panther with kind of tentacles. I can show you what it looks like. Like that.
I knew it.
Okay. And it's for a moment, it kind of becomes blurry, and then it appears over there, 5 feet away. And it's kind of, you're not sure where it is. It keeps shifting around magically. All right, so we should start by rolling initiative. So that's a D20, and you add your initiative score. Initiative is in D&D. That's how you determine who goes when.
Here we go.
Right? So we all roll a D20, and we add our bonuses.
Okay.
As a DM,
9 + 2 is 11.
If I have a bunch of bad guys, I always just roll once and have them all go at the same time. You don't have to do that, but that's what I do.
13.
All right, Seraphine got a 13. What did Lilia get?
She got a 17.
17 for Lilia. What about Winthrop?
12.
A 12 for Winthrop. And what about
Yep.
Bravesweet?
I got an 11.
An 11. All right.
Oh, we actually kind of lined up.
So
Hey.
the displace this giant cat thing lunges at your dog.
No, not my kid.
No way.
It gets
Not
2
our dog.
attacks plus 6. 11. Let's see. Misses and natural 1. Okay, so it like runs up and like its tentacles like whoosh, whoosh, but the dog like nimbly dodges out of the way and barks at it. Then the blink dog tries to bite the creature. And the blink dog has a plus 3. 10, which
Get him, good
misses
boy.
the... Alright, so they're
Oh.
both barking and trying to, and neither one has hurt each other at all. Then it is Lilia's turn. What would you like to do?
He went after my dog, and that's not okay. And she's gonna do actually a new spell. She's gonna do Witch Bolt on it.
Which
And-
one?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
You rolled a hit for that, right?
Yes. It's a 4, so
Okay. So your witch
Oh,
bolt,
it
like,
doesn't matter.
and that's the one where if it does hit, it sticks and you do more damage every
Yeah.
round, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Lilia fires off a witch bolt, but it passes through one of the illusory displacer beast creatures. All right, and then it is Seraphine's turn.
Okay. How far away is it from me currently?
Right now, it's 15 feet.
15 feet? Okay. Since you said it's like kind of shifting and wavering, can I make an insight check to see if I can figure out where its true form is or whether it's real?
Go ahead. Make an insight. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, that's a 19, and then...
You rolled a 19? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, okay, so it's like a magical illusion, but you pause for a moment, and you have just a moment of clarity, and you see exactly where it is. Now, normally, you would have disadvantage to hit it because of its power, but you were able to see through it, so you can run up and attack with just regular roll to hit.
Got it. Okay, then I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds and take out my mace and hit it.
Okay.
Nice.
No, wait. Inflict wounds. Is that a bonus action or something?
That is one action.
Okay, so you'd have to either cast a spell or attack. You couldn't do both. In this
Oh, okay. Got it. Then just a melee spell attack on a creature I can reach.
Okay.
So
you're gonna run up to it and like put your hand on it and.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Got it.
All right. So roll to hit. Or spell attack or whatever it is.
Got it. I got a 13. And then
exactly what you needed. How much damage does it do?
How much damage? It is 3d10 necrotic damage.
Holy cow. All right.
Okay. Here we go. I think these are 10s. Yeah, these are 10s. Okay. 5, 4, and an 8. So 17. Wow. 17 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, it flinches and like looks at you and snarls and it did a lot of damage. It's not bleeding or anything, but definitely hurt it. All right, is that it for Seraphine?
Yeah, because if I back up, it's gonna get not attack of opportunity. So I'm gonna stay where I am.
All right, Winthrop, it is your turn.
Yes.
Right now, the displacer beast is fighting the blink dog, and Seraphine is right there, like.
Yeah, which narrows down what I was going to do.
Also, and you're in the Feywild, and everything's really sparkly and bright.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It looks
and loud.
Stay for good. Things are loud. Okay, let's see. I think what I'll do is. Can I try to figure out where the actual thing is based off of where my friend went and hit it?
Make an insight check.
That would be a 12.
You're not sure.
All right. Well, at that point, I'm just going to I think I'll cast Produce Flame and just try to hurl it at it.
Okay. So I think that's a...
Yeah.
Burn the forest. Burn the grass.
Trip, so that would be...
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yep, that's a 2. I don't think I hit it.
Oh, no. A big tree nearby. A big sparkling tree suddenly bursts into flames.
Oh, we just put some out.
Bravesweet,
Shoot!
Bravesweet, you can't help but notice, like,
Respect,
nearby,
though.
you know, on like, there's these weird plants where there's like a big stalk, and on the end of them is a cucumber, and they're all right next to the tree, like, and they've got like scared faces, like, no.
Oh God.
I just kind of cursed myself.
All right, is that it for
Do I have to
Winthrop?
roll?
Yeah.
All right, Bravesweet, it's your turn.
Okay, tell me if I can do this. I want to use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on the thing, even though at the moment, apparently, I don't really know where it is. Could I still cast Hunter's Mark on it?
On the Displacer Beast?
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, I do that.
Now,
Is it?
if you're going to cast 2 spells in the same round, one has to be a cantrip. That's the general rule.
Oh, I'm only casting one,
Okay.
which is Hunter's
All right,
What's
Hunter's
that?
Mark. Do I make a save or anything, or does it just happen?
Mark. I believe it just happens.
Okay.
It doesn't say otherwise, so.
Okay.
And then I would like to use my action to. I don't know how far it is from me. Can you say how far it is
30
from me?
feet.
Depends. 30 feet?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I think instead I'll use my short sword, not my longbow, to stabby.
Okay. Oh, I
Save the
see.
good boy.
Okay, and so I have to roll a d20 to hit or whatever,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. So that's a 16 plus 4,
you
which
hit.
is okay. And that's 2d6, so that was a 2, and that was a 3, so that's 5.
Okay. And if you have a strength bonus, you can add that as well.
Oh, right.
So that's an
Strength.
extra 2.
And that's another 2, so that's 7.
Okay. Okay, so when you guys hit it, all of the illusionary Displacer Beasts vanish like in a puff of smoke, and you can see exactly where it is. So Seraphine heard it with her spell, and then Bravesweet stabbed it. And so now it like is lashing out at the 2 who hurt it on its turn.
Oh no!
All right.
Of course it
It
hits
swings a
me.
tendril at Seraphine. I'm going to charge it up
Yeah.
with positive energy. There we go. Okay. Plus 6.
A
17.
6. 17 doesn't hit.
Ah, all right. Well, bye.
Really?
All right.
My armor class is 18.
Wow.
I know, that's why I'm like, that's why I'm allowed in the front.
You the tank.
Bravesweet, I rolled a 13. Does that hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
I'm 16.
This place beast is like really mad. Come on.
I'm glad I'm not the one.
Ah, you know, like why are you kidding?
Both of those would have hit me.
All right,
Oh,
and then
look at you.
the dog hits it. The dog bites it on one of the, on one of the tendrils for
Ooh,
Good boy! Good
4
boy!
points.
Boy.
So he's like he's clamped down on it and he won't let go. He's like, ah, he's doing that. Kind of thing.
Goodbye.
All right.
Yes.
Lilia, the start of your turn.
Wait,
You-
doesn't because we have Kella, don't we have an ally?
She's so hurt she can't do anything.
Okay, forget her, Kella.
She's like passed out.
But I feel better.
She's just she's overcome with
Got it.
so much has happened today for her.
Yeah.
Okay, useless.
Useless. Yeah, pretty much. All right,
I love it.
Lilia. So
Yeah.
you see a forest fire a brewing. You're like, oh, we're gonna do this again, and you sense a lot more movement in the brush of the
Hunter's Mark.
green jungle. There's more creatures kind of that are gonna emerge at the start of the
Oh.
next round.
Oh no. Alright. Are they like all around, or do I sense a certain direction that they're coming
They're all
from?
coming from over in one section of forest.
Okay. So,
Beyond the cucumber stalks.
okay.
Bravesweet, they're all looking at you like, please help me. You know? No! Like some of them are swinging incredibly close to the flames. Like, no!
Oh no! Listen, I can only do.
Sorry.
Don't let me die!
I can only do fire.
You can only do fire. Okay.
That's my problem too.
So, Lilia, what would you like to do?
Okay.
There was that pond that we were at, so.
Yeah.
Right next to the pond, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think that she's probably going to be more worried about the immediate threat of people trying to hurt her friends and her new friends. So, she's going to go to like, I think that she's probably going to get towards like where the other sounds are coming from, in that direction. And I think that she's going to do I think that she's gonna try to throw Eldritch Blast at whatever.
At whatever's coming out? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll the hit.
Okay.
Automatic defense Eldritch Blast.
That's a 17.
Whoa! You hear something like, "Bah!" Like you hit something. You see like a little bit of blood, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, is that it for Lilia?
Should I roll for damage or like?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
That's a D10. So I got a 7. So 7 damage.
Okay. All right. After Lilia is Seraphine. You're right next to this thing. It's not illusion-y. You can see exactly where it is.
Okay. How many people are coming out of the woods?
You're not sure, but it sounds like there's at least 5 creatures that are going to come out of the woods. You don't know if they're people or four-legged creatures or what.
Okay. This thing teleports. Then I'm just gonna do. Running out of spells. I'll just hit it with my mace.
Okay.
And that's 8 plus 3 equals 11.
11 misses. So you, it's moving around. All right. Is that it for Seraphine?
I'll take a step back, a couple like feet back.
But you don't want to get provoke, right? So you're still close to it, just maneuvering slightly.
I'm gonna try to like slink around to flank it.
In 5th edition, you can move, like if your bad guy is here and you're next to it, you can move around it all you want and you don't provoke. It's only when you go away from it that it gets a shot.
Got it. Then I'll move around.
You can go around it all you want.
Yeah, I'll flank it so that way we can both hit it from 2 sides.
All right, cool. Winthrop, your turn. It's force fire.
At this point, I'm just kind of mad that the flame didn't work. So I'm not even gonna walk up to it. I'm gonna Blessing of the Raven Queen and teleport to it and just whack it with the quarterstaff.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
I don't want to
So
teleport.
that also gives me resistance to all damage until like until a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
I forget exactly what that was, but yes. So.
All right. So what'd you get to hit?
It's another 12.
All right, 12 total, or did you add your strength bonus and your proficiency bonus? I think you have +4 to hit.
I rolled an 8, so it's plus. So it's 12.
All right, you missed just barely. Very close. Very, very close.
Yeah.
And the dog's still like clamped down on the tentacle. All right. So that was Winthrop's turn. Bravesweet, your turn.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'll just do another stabby. I don't see why not.
Okay.
I don't see those cucumbers that are looking at me. No, I don't see those. So that's a 15 plus 2.
You hit.
Good. And that's another 2d6, so that's 4. That's 3, which is 7, 8, 9.
Okay. 30. Okay. it's again, it's hurt. Not
Ugh.
not bloody, but you've hit it many times, and it is definitely hurt.
Okay.
All right. That's it for Bravesweet.
I think so.
Okay. So now on my turn,
Oh, God.
I'll have it attack. All right.
Uh,
I'm gonna randomly decide who it attacks using the dice. Everybody's next to
Attack
it.
me. I'm big and thick and nice.
Yeah.
Everybody's next to it except for Lilia, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So
All
yeah.
right. So the first tentacle comes at Winthrop.
I'm glad I did the thing.
You
Winthrop
did a good thing.
+6.
You're gonna get hit.
11. 11.
That does not hit.
And I think
Oh,
it's gonna try to wiggle the dog and smash it to the ground.
Oh,
Plus
precious
6.
boy.
Ooh, smash! Ooh boy, the dog is hurt.
No! Oh God!
Damn.
Puppy.
So then, out of the Feywild forest
oh God.
comes a whole bunch more golden dogs that look quite like this dog.
Ah!
They come running.
Dog
They
armor.
run up and they like pounce on the displacer beast, and one straggles behind, like limping. It's injured.
Okay, I can take it. Let's just kill this thing and then I'll.
And what happens is the blink dogs pounce on it and they take it down, they bite it in the neck, and they kill it. Pretty
I
much.
can't.
Oh, thank God.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So,
Oh my
there's a
God! Lilia just breaks down crying. She's like, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so we're out of combat mode. So there's a dead displacer
Okay.
beast, Kella, who's unconscious and useless. There's a tree on fire. There's cucumbers begging for help, Feywild friendly cucumbers. And then there's a wounded dog that like looks at you pathetically and like limps over to the lake and like dips its wounded leg into the water just like a little bit and pulls it out because it hurts. It
Let me
stings.
see if you have anything. God damn it! I don't. Okay. How's everyone doing on health? Is everyone feeling okay?
I have fixed the dog. I can live.
Like,
I have.
close to death. Like if they get like whacked, they're done.
I'm only at. I only have like. I'm only -4, so it's not a big deal. So.
Same.
I'm
Okay.
full.
So
Then
heal the
I'll-
poor poppers. Heal the
Then
poor
I'll
poppers.
cast Cure Wounds on the dog.
Yeah.
You healing your friend dog that got hurt by the displacer beast, or the dog that got shot by an eldritch blast?
I'm so sad.
I
Why
don't.
would you do this?
I don't want to have to choose between dogs. I guess our puppy, because he's our friend now.
Okay. So how much do you heal him for?
1d8 plus 3. So should I roll for that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so 5 plus 3, so 8.
Okay, he's almost fully healed.
Yay! Okay.
So all the dogs are just really viciously like it's
Okay.
like a pack of lions taking down an animal.
Can I
and they're all tearing.
see if there's anything left to like salvage of like? Can I get anything from the beast?
Well, what do you want to get? It's like it's like a panther. It's got-
Can I like? I know. Can I? I saw its skin was shimmering. Can I like? I don't know. Like, see if I could take its skin or something.
Sure.
Oh God.
Okay. So the dog that you healed, like, wags its tail and it like licks you a bunch of times, and the other one is in by the lake, like,
Can I like? I don't have any healing stuff and stuff, but could I go to the poor pup and like do some sort of medical check? Maybe I could help it a little
I want
bit.
to
or
help
something.
too.
All right, make a medicine check.
All right.
At this point, Winthrop probably
I
like
got a-
just
I got a +1
pathetically
in
tries to put out the
medicines.
fire because he messed up.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna go help too.
Do I get advantage because she's trying to help me?
Yes, actually, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that was 11. That was 2. So 11 plus 1 is 12. So.
Okay. So the dog kind of like flinches away from you, but you kind of help fix its leg
I'm
up a
so
little bit.
sorry. I thought you were somebody else.
And the other dogs are like happy and teleporting around, and there's a tree on fire, and the cucumbers are like, "What about us? Please help me."
Oh my
I'm
God.
trying to help
Hey,
that
do
because I
anything.
messed up. I don't want
I'm
to.
going to grab.
No.
I'm
No. They're Satan themselves. Leave them be.
Bravesweet.
I'm helping
I
her.
literally just plans.
Do I
Bravesweet.
have to roll?
When nobody else is looking, Bravesweet, like
Care of 'em.
they're like, ah, and then when it's just you, they're like, and they give you like an evil face. And then, ah.
Do I have to roll anything to skin this beast?
Make a nature check.
Nature check. Okay.
She's probably that I'm gonna try to put out the fire,
Okay.
pouring water on it.
Yeah.
That's 14 minus 1, so 13.
Okay, yeah. So the dogs are excited when they see you do that, so they try to help you, and you're able to skin it
Thanks,
and to get a
guys.
huge section of fur and the 2 tentacles that kind of hang down.
Whoa.
So as you're putting out the fire on the tree, Lilia, make a perception.
Okay. That's 20!
Oh, like
Everything.
some of the cucumbers are like waving near you, like "Thank you for helping us." And then one is quietly leaning the other way and like trying to rifle through your pouch and stuff.
Oh, they're evil.
But
Wait,
you saw it. You see the whole thing. You rolled a 20.
Excuse me.
Funny.
I just helped you. That is not cool. Lilia just got very annoyed. Everything went downhill for her.
Lilia? What did I tell you?
Okay,
I
so
probably didn't see it, but
all right, so you
I'm just gonna like shoo it away, just like get out of here.
well, it's gross from the it can't really go far.
Right,
It's just
but like
leans
I'm
back
just
a little bit.
like I'm moving back a little bit, like I'm pushing it away, like you know, like if you like seaweed, like you're trying to like just like swim away from it.
pushing it doesn't really go.
Okay, so you
Can
put
I
out the
try to
fire. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Winthrop.
No, it's okay. Can I try to get like a tooth from the displacer beast or
Mhm.
something?
Yes.
I want to make a necklace out of that.
Yeah.
So as you guys put out the fire and all that stuff, all the blink dogs, including yours, like get together in a pack, and they all start running for the woods. And the one dog that you had met earlier kind of stops and looks at you
Good
guys for a
boy.
second.
Can I cast speak with animals? Because I have that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Now
All
we
right.
can both
Then-
now.
So
Yay.
I'm listening to him. I'm like, you're such a good boy.
Thank you for helping us.
You're welcome.
Um,
I guess I have to go now.
you don't have to
no.
go. You can come with us.
Really?
Yeah.
He wags his tail
Yeah.
and comes over. Okay.
We got a dog!
Okay, I'm just like hugging him. He's mine now.
He says, "Wow, thank you.
He's the
You're
best
such a
boy.
good boy.
I like your
He's
hat."
such a good boy.
I like go up with him and just like I like it too.
Suddenly, Kella seems like she's a lot better. Oh, what happened?
Oh, hey.
Good
Kyle.
morning.
Guys, we better.
Hey,
Where's the evil skull? We better grab that and get
Yeah.
out of here.
Right, it's still
Yeah.
it's still in the
I
mouth of that
to the-
frog.
I'll go over to
I
the
thought it was in the box.
Yeah.
We took it out.
It's in the box. It's in,
Yeah,
it's
keep
in
the
box
box,
in the
the lid
frog.
shut, but I'll like pick it up and like put it in my bag.
I did take it out, so yeah.
Okay. So Seraphine's got it in the box and she's got it in her bag. All right. So
Alright.
Kella says, we better get out of here. This place is very dangerous. And
Yeah.
she does look back at those cucumbers who like are squinting at you guys, but then they like. All right. But Bravesweet,
more-
especially
like,
you,
more
they're like
time
mouthing
to, like-
nasty words at you, Bravesweet, like swears and stuff.
Cussing
I'm
you out.
hyperventilating.
Okay. So you're
I
gonna go back.
think we should be going.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
walk back through around a crystal tower that's overgrown with moss, and there's floating rocks and stuff, and then you see your shimmering portal in an archway that leads back to the Fae crossing the Druids, the grove where Gnarl lives. Are you gonna go through?
Yes.
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 Everybody make
Good boy.
everybody make a saving throw. It's a wisdom saving throw, except for Winthrop.
Okay.
Okay. This should be.
Okay.
Saving throw.
So I don't need to make a save at all.
No, you don't.
Okay.
So Seraphine, what'd you get?
24.
Ooh, okay. What about Lilia?
19.
Oh, okay. What about Bravesweet?
Where's my saving stuff? Where
It's
it would
probably in
be?
the top left.
It's
Top
it's
left.
top left.
So,
Oh, I rolled a 15, so
Oh,
that's
okay. So you step through the portal, and immediately you start to forget what happened when you were there. And when you focus, you can kind of remember basically what happened, but it does feel like, did that actually happen or not? You know.
Oh.
So you get back through the portal, and the dog comes with you. And the dog is excited and looks around like, wow! You know, and he runs around and he looks like a regular tree. He's like, whoa, whoa! And he gets like a stick. And, look what I have, a heavy stick!
Oh my god! I grab the stick and I throw it and I'm like, fish!
Wait.
There's a wheelbarrow!
Do we remember any of this?
Huh?
Like, do we remember, like, where the dog came from or whatever?
Yes,
or...
you do remember, but it's
Okay.
just very hazy, and you kind of have to focus to
Okay.
remember.
Okay.
Oh, this
He's
is
my dog
good.
now. That's all you need to know.
Winthrop,
What
you
time
remember
is it?
everything crystal clear.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Kiss. Okay.
Yeah, go and pee on those trees, good boy. Good boy.
Big Good Boy is his name
Okay.
What time is it? Is it like morning, day? What is it?
It's day. Okay, so Kella says, she says, I think, okay, this skull is very dangerous. I think maybe we should take it to that army. Maybe.
Yes.
Does that sound like
Yeah,
a good idea?
that would be lovely.
She says,
yeah.
do you guys want to go to the army?
As long as it's out of the forest, I am good to go.
All right.
Like
I
getting it out of the
You
forest.
badmouth the forest, and the giant, like, furry friend
Wait.
Gnarl, like, starts walking out of the
No, no, no,
foliage
no.
and, like, looks at you with his big eyes, and, like, all these, like, thorn bushes start popping up all over the place.
No, we're getting it out of the forest. I promise everything is going to be
We're
fine.
going. Wait,
We're getting the
so
bad
the
thing
wheelbarrow
out of the
still,
forest.
The wheelbarrow's still there. The wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Okay, I take my little thing that I stole and I put it back, and I also
Aw.
if the little piece of mushroom is still there, I take that back.
Okay.
It's like
It's like a
key.
trade.
Trade. I trade.
Okay. Kella says, "Hey, everybody, watch this!" And like she yells like a weird noise, like a kind of like a roar noise. Then she just stands there with her arms folded. This is gonna be great. Nothing happens. What do you do?
Kella,
That
are
was a
you
really
okay?
cool sound.
Thanks.
Yeah.
What is it supposed to do?
So
Or-
you hear a rumbling, and a bunch of kind of large four-legged creatures appear. They look like bears, but they have the heads of owls. So
Ooh,
there's
oh
two
dear.
bigger ones and two younger ones. She's like, we can ride them. It'll be much faster.
Oh my goodness.
Sweet.
I'm all for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Awesome.
So you're going to ride the owlbears through the forest to get to the
Yeah.
army? Okay.
Oh my God.
So you get on your owlbears. They're gigantic, pretty friendly, kind of smelly. They can turn their head like 180 degrees, so when you're on them, they'll like
Oh.
look at you.
Give it a little scritch behind the ear.
Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah. This is
Okay.
a good bear.
all right. So
Good
you're gonna ride
owlbear.
through the forest.
While we're doing that, I'm going to be playing with Good Boy. I'll throw him his doll.
Oh, okay,
Oh
right.
yeah, he's the dog.
all right. And he shows that to everybody too, like he
Aw.
starts showing it to the owlbears. You know, they don't really. They're like, what the hell are you doing? All right. So you're gonna ride through the forest on the owlbears, and probably a few hours pass, and you're gonna get to the edge of the forest, and you see emeraldy meadows up ahead. Just really, it's sunny. It's very pleasant. There's like lots of long grass, and you see a big collection of tents. It looks like there's maybe 500 soldiers kind of gathered in an area, and they've got all these tents. And there's one big tent. So Kella like rides you guys up, and as you get close to the camp, two dudes kind of take notice and kind of step out and wave. One is wearing one looks like a wizard wearing a yellow hat, and he's got like a brown beard, and the other dude is wearing pink chainmail, and he looks kind of like a badass. Like he's got an awesome
Rocky.
helmet, and he looks like a magic sword, and they both wave. What do you do?
I wave back and I say,
Hi.
Would I know them? I'm pretty.
Yeah. Okay, you know that this is two heroes named Rufus and Byrne. They're from the village of Hamlet, and they decided to help you guys. They're kind of young adventurers, just kind of starting out, but they're like an awesome duo when they work together, you know.
Ooh.
Okay. Then I'm going to wave and say, "Hi guys, we're back. I brought a few people to help, but would you happen to know where I can find the general at the moment?"
They're like, they look at the owlbears, they're like, whoa, you know, they're like, holy cow, can I? And Byrne's like, can I?
Yeah.
Is it gonna bite me?
That's
It is gonna bite me. He pulls his hand back, like, oh my god.
They are wild animals.
So that was Byrne the wizard.
Stop.
Rufus is
Okay.
like, dude, how many times? And Byrne, so Rufus is like, I've saved his life 3 times, and Byrne's like, shut up, don't tell him that. You know? All right. Okay, so you kind of tell him the deal.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just
Deal.
asked.
they'll lead you to the tent of the general. And,
Okay.
Before we leave, I'm gonna pet the owlbear and say thank you so much, and then I'm gonna go.
Same.
Make it animal handling.
Oh
Oh, he's gonna bite your hand.
God, I hope not. That's 20.
Oh! The owl 100% likes you.
Yes.
Like it lies down and like rolls over, you know.
Oh.
And the other owlbears are like,
Good
come on. Wait, we have to go. Okay.
Thank you for the journey.
So, Rufus asks you guys to wait there while he goes into the general's tent, and you notice Byrne kind of looking at Rufus intensely.
Okay.
Rufus says
Is
he's pretty great, right?
I'm just going to nod and say, yeah. Are you two doing okay? Everything good?
We're doing great. He's my best friend. He goes, I don't know what I would do without him.
You know, there's a certain thing that when best friends get a little bit more than best friends.
He says, I know.
And I kind of just nudge him with my elbow, like,
All right. Don't make fun of his armor either. He doesn't like it.
Oh
He
no,
looks
no,
amazing.
it's fabulous.
All right, and then Byrne walks out in his like shimmering pink chainmail. He comes over. These are real NPCs from the Temple of Elemental Evil. There. All right, so Rufus comes out and he says, "Go, go, go, go." And then as you guys are leaving, him and Byrne start playfully punching each other in the arm.
I'm gonna turn to the dude in the armor and be like, "I love your armor. It's wonderful."
Let's see. He gets a big smile. Thanks. I think it's pretty awesome. Nobody has armor like this.
Very true.
So you go into the general's tent.
Yes.
There
Oh.
are 2 people inside. The general, Seraphine, you know that this is Ardra. She's an old character from one of my old campaigns. She's got a lot of tattoos. She's an elf, and she has this mask in the shape of a skull, and it has 7 gems on it. And legend has it when she kills somebody, she can suck their soul into the gem, and then she can kind of use their knowledge and actually let the soul go, and she can let out like a huge blast of energy. It's called the Helm of 7 Deaths. She's a famous warrior. And with her is, all right, there's a robed figure, but in the robes you just see blur, like just blur. You can't make out any of their features. And Seraphine, you know this is Strom Wakeman, who's a legendary wizard who's been alive for at least 600 years, because these creatures called mind flayers actually tried to snuff out the sun, but Strom Wakeman and a bunch of heroes actually went to the mind flayers' home realm and kicked the crap out of them and shut the whole thing down. Strom Wakeman was one of the people who actually killed an avatar of a mind flayer god called Ilsenstein.
Wow.
Powerful.
But there's a lot of rumors
Don't
about
mess
him
with-
because he's really weird and nobody knows what he looks like. And he's always drinking special tea also.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would I know these people? Because like Lilia is like really into stories and stuff and like legends and whatever. So would she know about like who they are?
Make a history check.
Okay.
Pretty sure you would know Strom Wakeman.
I got a 10.
Okay, so you would know Strom Wakeman, and he was part of this crew on a ship that can fly through space magically. And the captain was Galactica Vex, and she had like this mechanical owl sidekick named Hooter. Like,
Oh my god.
My name's Hooter. And she's also a famous hero. She was part of the people who stopped the Mind Flayers. So, yeah, you're in the tent. Kella starts explaining everything that happened. Are you gonna... Do you want her to hold anything back, or she's just blah blah blah? And then I went here, and then they showed up, and we got the skull thing. No, show him the skull. And Strom Wakeman, blurry Strom Wakeman, is like, skull, and he like perks up. Kella says, "Yeah, it's like a yellow evil skull.
I
Holes in it.
I quickly just sort of nudge Kella to the back, behind me, and take a bow and sort of just look at her sternly, but turn back to them and say, "Yes, we did recover an artifact that I believe is of great importance. However, I had hoped to discuss this in private. While I am very grateful, and we have, as you can see, I have picked up several very helpful acquaintances who have aided me in my journey, there is quite a few things that I wish to discuss.
It came at a cost.
Yes, they came to inquire about a possible reward for aiding me.
I'm just here to have fun.
Okay, no reward for her.
Ardra.
No, I'll take it. That's fine.
It came at a cost.
Ardra looks at you through the skull mask, and she says, "Seraphine, you've done well. I would like to make you a captain of this little crew. Does that sound all right?"
That sounds lovely.
All right. So she actually has like a little scroll. Sign here. All you, please sign your names here.
Congratulations.
And they also ask you, in the event of your death, is there anyone you want them to try to notify?
I'll have them notify my brother.
Brother, okay. What about Lilia?
If they can contact Gnarl. That's really her only family.
Gnarl, okay. What about Winthrop?
He's a spirit that lives in the woods. You can't miss him.
What about Winthrop?
If you can, Winthrop has been alone for so long that he doesn't really know.
Kella pipes up and says, "You can put me."
Yeah. Okay.
He's my
Put
druid
Kella.
apprentice. And then Bravesweet, they ask you.
I would say put down my older sister and my twin brothers and my half a dozen other siblings.
All right. Yeah. It's all done. Okay. So now you're all part of the army, and you want a reward. So there's this big chest. Strom Wakeman casts a spell, and it unlocks, and he opens it, and he pulls out some sacks with gold.
I
in it.
immediately push ahead to look at it.
All right. So yeah, they'll give you each 50 gold.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
That's gonna disappear.
Yeah.
In the chest, you see gems and a number of items that look magical in nature. And then he quickly shuts it. Starts chanting again to lock it.
Too bad I'm not a rogue.
All right. So Ardra says now about the skull. I think we would really like to see it just to study it. I'm not saying we're going to keep it. We just want to know what it is. It could help us because we're hearing a lot of rumors. This might help us put it all together. Would you mind taking out this evil skull and just opening the thing so we can get a look at it?
I wouldn't do that. It will suck your soul. It's not a good time.
Strom Wakeman goes, "Really? Let's see."
She's correct. It has a certain aura of despair almost. The way that we studied it, it seemed to almost suck the life out of everything in the area. I'm more than happy to take it out, and I sort of pull it out of my bag and set it. But I must warn you, if you lift the lid, I'm not sure whether it's just the metal of the box itself, but once you remove the lid, it feels very unnatural. It feels evil.
Okay.
I would use extreme caution.
They both look like kind of excited about this. Oh, really? Okay. All right, cool. Like,
Yeah.
oh, so you open it. So it's a golden skull, no jaw, 4 slots, empty slots in its head,
Right.
and a wave of like almost visible evil washes out 300 feet in all directions, and you kind of hear like, oh, some guy. What happened? That actually hurt me. All right, so all right,
Magical healing doesn't.
Strom Wakeman like kind of like rudely pushes you guys aside and like gathers around it, and he's like casting spells and stuff. Do you do anything special while he's doing that?
Can I check what he's doing? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, make an
Can
Arcana.
I do that too?
Like, what kind of spells is he casting?
Mhm.
I have no idea.
19.
Actually,
He's
it's
casting
10.
Identify, which will tell him all sorts of details about the magic item. So he does that.
Important.
You know, he does it. It's for a few rounds, and then he gets very excited and he like grabs a book, this weird ancient book, that Seraphine, you know, some cultists of Vecna tried to steal.
Mhm.
And this is a very important book, and he starts looking through it and referencing it, and he kind of gets excited. And Ardra kind of picks up on what he's doing, and she says, we might be able to use this skull to seal the Temple of Elemental Evil. But we need the 4 elemental gems that go in those slots. Captain Seraphine, would you be willing to take your crew to try to find these gems?
I would be more than happy to if they would join.
Sure.
All right. She says, okay, here's what we know. At some point, some of these cultists, fire cultists or air cultists, went into. There's a portal in the Shadowfell to the Shadowfell in the
I saw
Narnia
them.
forest. Yeah. You saw them.
Oh,
I've-
yes.
I've seen them.
I sort of
In the Shadowfell.
explain based on help about the encounter with the 4
Okay.
fire people in the forest.
Yeah, and you had found a note that kind of. So they're trying to go in the Shadowfell to meet with someone named Kel, and so Ardra like is putting the pieces together, and she says, "I would like you to go through that shadow crossing in the gnarly forest, and to look for this Kel. We think that this Kel might have been the person who made these elemental gems, or wants them for something. So it's possible that Kel has them or knows where they are. So we would like you to go. You might, if you need to rest, you could rest.
Yes.
Yes,
And
please.
Please.
Do you want one big tent or 4 small tents? How do you want to do it? Strom says we have a lot of tents.
I don't mind just
I'll share.
being like outside, to be honest, unless it
go
looks
in.
like it's raining.
Wouldn't I have my own tent?
You and me, we get each other.
All right. Do you want to take a
I usually sleep on the floor, so it's no deal. Like
Okay, then I'm
anywhere.
gonna take the bed. I'm gonna take my bed.
Okay. You want to take a short rest or a long rest? Short rest, you just burn hit dice. Long rest, you just get everything back.
Long rest.
Long
Yeah.
rest, long
Okay.
rest.
I won't
Let's
be
make everybody
myself.
happy.
Okay. So, Bravesweet, you're going to stay outside the tent.
I think so for watch for a
Okay.
little bit, but
The dog.
I only need to trance for a little while, so I can just
I-
keep watch if you want. But then there's also the army, so they probably do that
Yeah,
regularly.
you're in the middle of an army of good.
I'll stay out for just a little bit,
All right. So
just because it's more of a habit than it is for like actual safety.
Okay. So like the sun is going down, and Bravesweet, the dog comes out and sits next to you to guard the tent with you. And
Aw,
the
I
tent
give
right
him,
next
like,
to
a
yours
spread.
is where Rufus and Byrne are staying, and you hear them like laughing and drinks are clinking.
And others-
Remember when you stabbed that guy? That was great. Shut up, idiot. You know.
Ship it.
I'm gonna wake my
I
friends.
love
Maybe I get their long rest. I think I'll like get up. I'll walk a little closer and like put my ear against like the tent to see what's really
You don't want to do that. You don't want to. No.
Make a stealth.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I got 12 plus 4 is 16.
Okay.
Uh-oh, hang on.
So you do hear
So-
like intimate giggling, and
Oh.
your beard tickles.
Oh.
It's like, shut up. So yeah, there. These fellows really like each other.
All right, you know, I'm not gonna.
Are you gonna
bother
keep
the
listening, or are you
road
gonna? I mean,
No, I'm walking away. I'm
Okay.
like, I didn't need to know that.
you definitely got the.
Like I was going to tell them, you know, shut up if they were being like drunken weirdos, but this is like an awkward situation of not wanting to watch.
Oh no.
Turn around and I walk back to good boy.
I think
And
that
I sit down and I put my hand on good boy's back and I just go, humanoids are strange creatures. Those soft skins.
You still have speak with animals going?
Yeah. Well, I can cast it again, I guess, because it goes out in an hour, I believe. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay,
It didn't tell me it was long.
Back.
I apologize.
Yay.
no problem.
Yay, you're back.
All right.
Yeah, what did I miss? Is everything good? You did a
Lilia
bit?
Yeah.
tried to tell
You
them a
missed-
story, and they didn't like her story. So.
Oh, God.
And you missed Bravesweet awkward moment of figuring out two gay men in a tent. Fun times.
And
Oh, God.
it was
I could have told you that. I heard it.
all right. So, you do anything special that night?
Before I go to sleep, I'm going to sit up for an hour praying.
Okay.
I'm gonna put both good boy. Just give him all the screechy scratches.
I'm
So
gonna
I
roll.
guess you're sitting near me.
I'm gonna
Okay.
roll to see who Good Boy sleeps next to.
Okay.
Winthrop.
Come on, get
Yay.
Aw.
It's like
good
I'm
boy.
just
Didn't think
trancing, like
my comic
meditating,
is
and,
fun.
and he's just like right next to that.
Mhm.
It's like, yay.
Also trying to trance.
Yeah.
Even though he just stares in one direction.
Elves are weird.
Well, he's from the Feywild, and you know he's very comfortable with
Mm-hmm.
elves. So, but he can't figure you out. You're a weird elf to him.
I'm a weird elf.
Yeah.
I'm a shadow elf.
Okay. So the next day, they want you to go to the Shadowfell. They'll fire you up some delicious eggs, bacon, whatever.
Yum. All the eggs, all the bacon. I like when normal people have like just one set, I have like double.
Okay.
I like to think when I came out of my trance and Good Boy was just at the feet trying to trance and then fell asleep, and I'm like, oh, and I just pet him.
All right. Okay, so you guys have
I'm
breakfast.
gonna give good boy bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, best
Actually,
friends.
before we leave, can we pick up provisions and horses?
Yeah.
Pick up provision. Yes. Yeah, they can give you rations.
Yeah.
They'll give you each, I don't know, a week's worth of rations.
Okay.
And you'll
Yay.
give you each a horse. Lily is small. So
Yeah.
The horse,
I
the
was just
horse
gonna
person
say.
is like, is 3 horses enough?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got no ponies in your stables?
They do. Yeah. Well, you can get your pony.
She's like really small. She's probably too small for a pony. She's like 3 feet tall, guys. Like,
Before we,
If you want, you can climb on my horse too.
yeah, I'll do that.
while we're doing that, can I grab a healer's kit before we go, just in case?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
We're going for
Sorry, guys.
shopping.
They also
No
have
worries.
weapons if you need, like long swords,
Yeah.
short
yeah,
bows,
If
long
there's
bows,
just like a
arrows,
shop
daggers.
around, would there be any like specialty archery or armory kind of places to shop by? Like
Well,
I'm
they'll
looking
just-
for a
they'll-
nice bow.
They'll just give it to you. I mean, you want a nice bow? They just have
And
their
nice.
standard issue, bow of Alwyn,
Is there like a notch higher of that and it's like nice bow?
Not really.
No?
Um,
Okay. I'll just take whatever they got.
the bows from Alwyn all have carvings of their Queen Terentia, who's like this lady who's famous.
Oh.
She's actually like a socialite, but over time, she ended up queen through a whole bunch of freaky. It's a long story. All right, so
I know I used a few of my arrows,
Anyone
so
else?
I'd just like to replenish my quiver there.
Yeah.
mhm.
Grab
So
a few.
anyone else needs healer's kit or climbing kits or anything you can think of?
I should take a healer's kit as well.
Okay.
Probably should take a climber's kit. She's not very strong.
All
Okay.
right. So I'll take a healer's kit, a regular bow, and a couple dozen arrows.
Okay. Now, I think they actually gave expanded things you can do with the kits in Xanathar's. Oh,
Ooh,
found it.
I'm gonna
That's
put-
cool.
So you took a healer's kit? Oh,
Yes.
there's nothing there. All right, I'll tell you the stuff they got.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we have all sorts of kits and supplies. Let's see.
Awesome.
Disguise kit.
I have that.
Forgery. They probably would. They probably would have. Herbalism kit.
I don't
Jewels,
touch that.
Jeweler's tools. Leather workers tools. Navigator's
Huh.
tools. Painter's supplies. Potter's tools. Thieves' tools, probably.
Oh, can I take some thieves' tools? I know I'm not a thief, but
Okay.
you never.
This is the supply person's like, here. Sure, no problem. Here you go.
Thank you.
It's guide.
Thieves' tools.
Do we know anything about where we're going? Do we need?
Steal your nerves. It's really gray.
Can you think of anything here that we might need for it?
Can I think of anything that we might need for it?
Well, it's really
Oh,
dark
what is
there,
this? Yeah.
and it's really depressing there. A lot of people
I
go
heard-
there and they get like really, it's like a magical sort of like sadness, you know, that comes over
Mhm.
you. Undead are everywhere.
I heard there
Yeah.
are creepy Italians there.
Not where we're.
Oh yeah, that's my cousin.
Can we pick up torches too then? I
Yeah.
guess?
Yeah, how many you want to take?
That probably would be helpful.
4 torches.
Right.
So 1 each.
The supply person is like marking all this down. And here you go, Captain. Congratulations on your promotion.
Cute.
Ugh.
I get all blushy and just kind of thank him. I appreciate it.
Just to make the record clear, I got 48 arrows now, just in case.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's
Just in
a
case.
lot. But okay.
All right.
Yeah. How
As you
many,
need.
how many crossbow bolts can I pick up?
Whatever you want.
Okay, and I'm trying to figure out the weight. Can I pick up another 20?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay.
You know, Mordenkainen always said that you should grab some rope if you can. So I
Or
think
some
we should
10-foot
grab some-
poles
10-foot poles.
and some buttermilk.
Buttermilk.
Yes.
We're all out of
I've
buttermilk.
got 50 feet of rope if
Aw.
we need anything.
Yeah, I want some rope.
The next time we stop by, we have to get some buttermilk. Very important.
Okay.
The
Very
supply,
important.
the supply person says, "Do you want a grappling hook too?"
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Alright.
Gimme.
You guys are getting so much stuff. Like they get a couple other people over to help.
I'm just like,
We're just like,
you want help
yes,
carrying things? I didn't really get much.
I mean, this must
Okay,
be
here.
some
Yeah,
mission
I'm
you
good
guys
to go
got.
now.
All right. So you can get on your horses.
Hmm.
All right. You got all your stuff. If it's really heavy, the horses have saddlebags that you can put the extra stuff in. So.
Okay.
All right.
Gotta help.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna ride back into the gnarly. Kella is staying here. You see her like just
Oh.
kind of annoying some other people. Wish she would go away, but she is not getting the hint. And you also see as you're passing through the camp, you see Rufus and Byrne like standing together, laughing, holding like steaming mugs. And at one point, like Rufus's hand goes up to his shoulder, but then he puts it away like he chickens out.
Oh,
Oh.
I like stand behind him, and I'm like, you got this, dude. You're like, I don't say that. I just go like
Make a charisma, like a whatever, to see if you can
a
convince him.
charisma check.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Come on, roll
Okay.
that. Roll your nat 20. You got this.
Hey,
You got a natural 20?
how many natural 20s?
All right.
How many of them today?
So
These are good dice.
3?
so Burn like sees you.
So perfect.
So far. 3 so far.
The heroic fighter sees you and nods and takes a deep breath, and then he kind of puts his hand on Burn's shoulder, and like Burn like looks flinched for a second, then he gives a big smile. And,
Yay.
and they're like, "We're good buddies, aren't we?" And they're like, "Thank you."
Good.
We sure are.
I just sort of salute them out, like, you got this, guys. And then I look at the party, and then I roll on my eyes, and then I.
All right, you riding back into the gnarly forest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, good boy. Come on, good boy.
You know where
Oh,
the
and good
you
boy
know where to go.
runs along.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can we
Good
before
boy.
we
Come here.
I'm sorry, before we leave, can I get Good Boy like a handkerchief
Mhm.
to tie around his neck?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
gonna be
goodness.
red.
Let's go.
All right.
All right.
So you ride back through the gnarly forest. Winthrop, you know how to get to the Shadow Grove. As you ride into the forest, there's a lot of those brambles again. So the forest is a little crabby this early in the morning, you guess. And so
Not a morning monster.
okay. So you make your way through.
It really
It takes- It's probably around 1 p.m. by the time you get to the Shadowy Grove. So it's like kind of light out, but then when you get to this one section of forest, it's just like really dark. Like
This is normal.
There's like there's just like a camp set up, and there's like kind of like black flowers everywhere, you know. And there's a big archway, with a black kind of wavy portal in it. And Winthrop, you know this is the portal to the Shadowfell.
Well,
I tripped over a twig to get here the first time.
Your horses immediately like rear up and almost panic.
Oh.
I'm gonna pet the horse and be like, "Shh, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right." I'm just gonna rub its back.
Make
I'm like,
make animal handling.
All of us?
Yeah, anybody wants to calm your horse.
Okay.
Can I do that to my horse too?
I'm gonna calm my horse so I can get off the horse.
17.
Okay, you calmed your horse.
Well, actually, I was sharing a horse with someone, wasn't I?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I
you two.
so
should-
yeah.
Well, I probably like in front of you, because if I was in the back of you, I would probably fall off.
Yeah, easier to calm a horse from the front as well. So
Yeah, I'll just rub its neck and be like, "You're such a good horse."
I got a 14.
14. Okay, you calm your horse. Kitsy Puff, thank you. Have a good night. And Bravesweet, what'd you get?
I rolled a 9.
Okay, your horse is
Oh, no.
freaking out.
Yeah.
So the name of your dog is Good Boy. Is that the name? The official
Yeah.
name? Okay. So Good Boy, like
He's a
with his
good
new
boy.
handkerchief, like walks up to the portal and sniffs it, kind of like looks at you guys and makes a little bit of a whimpering noise.
Oh, it's okay, good boy. What you got?
It seems scared of the portal.
I
Don't
go
worry.
up to the dog and pat his head and it's like, if you don't want to go in, you don't have to. You're a good boy. You don't need this.
Okay.
Aw.
He wags his tail and just kind of sticks with you.
Oh, such a good boy.
Oh.
So you guys gonna go through the portal?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like, are we taking our horses in, or are we just like tying them up nearby
Your
and then
horses
going in without?
refuse to get close to it.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on taking the horses. They seem too
Okay.
skittish.
Oh God. Okay.
All right. So I get off
So
my
take the most
horse.
important things that you need out of those saddlebags.
All right.
Okay, get all your stuff.
I put away like 40 arrows, like 20 arrows of mine out of my 48. That's just too much. Saddle pack, some other odds and ends.
Okay.
I go up to Good Boy, even though I'm not using my speak with animals. I like to think he understands me anyways, and I just go, "You look after our horses, okay? You be a good boy. You just stay. We'll be right back."
I think he's
Okay, so you want him to stay and watch the horses?
It's gonna be too dangerous. I don't want anything to happen to you, my good boy.
I don't want him to lose his his happiness and get sad is what I mean. I don't want him to do that.
Okay. He
yeah.
barks, wags his tail, and just sits and watches you guys.
I'm gonna
take-
tell him in so he can understand. Like, even though
Okay.
yeah, just
You
Please.
do my
Yeah.
lingo, yeah.
He
Gonna
says,
be like-
I'll protect the horses.
very good.
He says,
We'll leave them some of our food,
Yeah.
some of our bacon from the morning.
oh, okay. He says, goodbye, hat friend. And then he looks at Winthrop and he says, goodbye, elf friend. Then he looks at the dragonborn and says, goodbye, dragon friend. Then he looks at Seraphine and he says, goodbye, magic friend. He wags his tail.
Oh,
We'll be back.
And he eats his
I'm
bacon.
so glad he didn't see me kill all those people.
I can stand him
It's
from
magic friends.
dying. Okay.
Oh, and
Good.
he starts barking at like a vegetable. And Bravesweet, you notice one of those like stray cucumbers. You know how animals hate cucumbers? He starts freaking out. And he like gets it and he starts like, ah, and he flings it into the woods.
You're such a good boy.
Okay, you're gonna go through the shadow crossing portal.
Yeah, before none
Yeah.
of those cucumber creatures come walking out of the forest.
So
Do that.
you walk through, and now you're in a. Okay, the ground is kind of like dusty and gray. And it's kind of nighttime, and there's all these racing clouds above, and shooting just below the clouds are glowing comets, sort of, with faces on them. You can kind of see, and they go streaking all in the same direction. You know, like every 10 seconds you'll see one or two, like, you know. And Winthrop, you know that those are souls, people who just died. Now they're shooting to the palace of the Raven Queen, where she's going to sort them and send them where they are supposed to go.
Jesus.
And you all
The
immediately
Raven Queen's that way.
and you feel kind of everybody make let's say Constitution save.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that
I'm not terrible.
including me this time?
No,
Okay.
Okay. I got an 11.
11. What about Lilia?
I got a 21.
Oh, okay. And what about Bravesweet?
I got a 13.
So, Seraphine, you feel like your connection with Umbra is a little weaker here. And like,
No.
just like the good connection that you have, the goodness is cut off to a degree, like to a trickle, kind of. And you feel almost like you're sort of on your own here.
Oh god.
And Bravesweet, you just like it's just an unnatural evil place. The trees, any trees have no vegetation. Most of them are just petrified. You're pretty much just in an open area, and it's dotted with dead trees. And there is kind of a dirt path heading off in a direction. You do see, you know, mountains, and there is, you know, a weird sort of forest in the distance and rocky crags and stuff. But Bravesweet, you just you feel very out of your element.
I'm feeling a bit weird, but this place is beautiful. I mean, look at the lack of live things around
The
here.
lack of green.
This is like what I want to do with the forest.
I just feel like
Look at that shooting star. Oh, that's nice.
That is beautiful.
I
Just
okay.
I just appreciate you can appreciate beauty wherever you are. That's kind of
I'm kind
this
of
is a nice. I like this. It's a bit weird. It's a bit spoopy, but I like this.
Spoopy.
I'm silent and just silently panicking and like clutching my symbol or my symbol to my deity around my neck and just silently praying.
Do we see this? Like, are you hiding
Yeah.
it?
I'm not hiding it. You could probably, if you like read my lips, you could tell I'm doing it. And I just mostly look uncomfortable.
Okay. I'm
It
gonna
is
come
hard.
over and like, I can't really like hug you good because it's gonna just be weird. But I'm gonna pat you and up to the hand. Just like,
Neat.
I'll like pat your shoulder. I have to kind of like lean down a bit to do it, but I'll like, okay.
then I can hug you. I'll just be like, it's gonna be okay. I promise.
Like, thank
It is
you.
harder to ground yourself here, and I just put my hand on her shoulder and cast guidance for the It's a cantrip. It gives a D4 on your next like skill roll.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so what would you like to do? You're in the Shadowfell. You're supposed to be looking for these 4 elemental gems and some guy named Kel.
I'm walking ahead a little bit, just kind of absorbing the place, even a little bit creeped, but I kind of like it.
Okay.
All right.
You
I
He's a really
do-
emo boy.
Remember stumbling on a meeting with people with the same insignia as we dealt with before here.
Ooh.
Do I know where that is?
Yeah, it's near the Wyvern's graveyard.
Hmm. All right, so I think I know where, and I have an idea of where we need to go. I think we should go that way.
Lead the way.
All right.
Okay.
Then I start going to there.
So
Take me there.
you travel, and it looks like this road passes through ruins of like buildings made of black stone. It looks like it was just blown up or something. And every once in a while you'll see a skull on the ground. And you're coming up ahead, you see like a lake. And it's got like chunks of black stone sticking up out of it. Like this was like the foundation of a building, and now it's just got this stinky water in it. Do you do anything special as you walk by it?
Is the water see-through?
It's
Like, can you
very,
see
very
through
dark. Very, very dark.
It? Okay.
Is there
Yeah.
frogs in there?
I'm going to cast
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this,
light, which
do
is
I know this? Is it normal?
and
Or was it this here before?
orbs of a pale golden light sort of dripped over to the water.
When you cast it, at first it's very bright, and then it kind of gets quite a bit dimmer. It's still light, but it's like the creeping shadows of this realm kind of actually make light dimmer than normal. Like kind of choking the light, just trying to snuff it out. So you're bringing it out over the lake.
Yes, just to see if we can see, kind of like not over it, but if we can kind of see what's in it.
You do see, like, popped out of the water are 2 frog eyes. They're red. And there is one, like, black frog staring at you in the water. It's like, it's not quite as big as the giant frogs, but it's big. You know, it's like dog
Yeah,
size.
we don't have a good relationship with frogs. Anyone take a look, or shall we keep going?
Gee, I wonder. Hello, Mr. Frog.
Oh. Okay.
You gonna talk to the frog now?
All right.
Maybe they know. Maybe they saw somebody.
By all means, go ahead.
Okay, so what do you say to the frog?
I'm gonna be like, "Hello, Mr. Frog. Do you think you maybe have seen a elf come through here? They, I don't know. I have no idea what they look like. But
Okay. It looks at you shocked that you're talking to it, and then it kind of like groans in your head, and she says, "Oh, I don't feel good."
the frog says it doesn't feel good.
I suddenly
Can you get
feel
that ball of
sympathy.
light away from me, please?
Um,
Ah, you know, like, what is it? Why is there a
Seraphine-
sun over there? Ah.
Seraphine, it says that the ball of light is hurting it. Could you move it?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it on my mace and just kind of bring it away so it doesn't hurt.
Okay. The frog gets out
Creatures
of
here are not used to the sun.
the frog gets out of the water, and you can see its belly is like glowing. It looks like it swallowed something that's glowing inside of it.
Ooh.
Oh God, not again.
I don't feel good at all.
Oh
Can you-
no.
I can't hear any of this, but I'm just kind of pointing at it, and I'm like, can you tell it to do something about that? Is that like the skull? Like, this doesn't look very good.
Oh,
Tell
by the way,
it
I
to
should
hop
ask.
out of the water. so
It's
we
up
can
to
help.
you. Did you want to take the golden skull with you, or did you want to leave it at the camp? It's up to you.
Leave it.
Leave it.
We left
Leave?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
There's
Wow.
enough shadow here.
Okay.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a good place. There's probably gonna be a lot of robbery.
Yikes. Well, I don't know what to do. Mr. Frog, Is there any way I can help you? You seem like you're glowing.
Yeah, the frog says, I swallowed this thing and it's not sitting well with me at all, and I can't get it out.
Oh, well, what thing? What did you swallow?
It's a box, some kind of box.
Does it look like this? And I pull out my box. Because I have another box. Does it look like this?
Oh, the tiny one? It's much bigger than that, but yeah.
Alright.
It's like the skull thing we found in the other frog.
If it's, you said box, is it talking about a box?
Yeah, so it said that it swallowed a box, and considering that he's glowing, I believe it's probably one of the, either, like, something magical.
Make him throw it up. Make him throw up or something.
Tell him to hop over to shore so we can help it.
I can, like, punch its stomach until it throws up. Like,
Tell him
Said the cleric! You could just
tell
use
her, you know, when someone's choking, you kind of, like, help them out. I can do that.
Alright, the frog is like
Yeah.
so messed up, it's just like, okay, whatever. It doesn't even hop, it just kind of like drags itself over to you.
Do you think you can make like look at it? I mean, you're a cleric, so I'm sure you.
Okay. Can I inspect it and see if I can figure any way to help it regurgitate it?
Sure, make a medicine, I guess.
Okay. Ooh, I'm good.
Can I assist in this medicine check?
Okay, that's an 11.
No.
I got a 17.
Okay.
I have a high
You
medicine.
know you could just cut it open and take it out, but it might die. Also, it did go in the mouth, so it should go out, but the problem is it can't like just barf it out. It needs, you're gonna have to somehow pull it out without killing it.
Okay, can you... I inspect it and I see that something's wrong with its stomach and it's kind of bulging out. Can you tell him that I'm going to help him really fast?
Mr. Frog, this lady's gonna help you. We're gonna make it feel better, okay?
Oh, the frog is a lady also.
Oh,
Okay. I don't want
Miss
her
Frog.
fight.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Thank you.
sort of like do the hunt maneuver on this frog.
Okay.
Just do the-
Wait, what?
I'm
Do
doing
the
a
hunt.
Heimlich maneuver on a frog.
Amazing.
I love Dungeons and Dragons.
All right.
Can
So
you get a D4 to this?
how you get an extra D4 because the guidance. How
need
close
that,
are the
yeah.
rest of you to the frog? Are you standing right in front of the frog?
I would not.
Pretty close.
I'll stand to the side.
Okay.
Yeah, I would recommend standing to the side.
All right.
Like,
Kick
yeah.
it nasty.
Okay, so the Heimlich check, it'll just be a medicine check, and you get the extra D4 because of guidance. So you'll roll your medicine check and then roll a D4 and add that to it.
20! I don't
Really? Oh my god! You're just like,
20s. My goodness.
Like all of the skill
I
checks.
love
too.
this purple die. All my other dice suck.
Alright, and the frog is like instantly rejuvenated, and it's just, I don't know, what does a happy frog do? It hops around you, I guess.
Okay.
Aw.
I'm gonna.
Making all the
popped
friends.
out? Is it the box?
It looks just like, alright, the golden skull was in an iron box. This box is golden. And it's like glowing slightly. It's the same size.
Okay. Someone check it out? I have terrible investigation.
Can I do Arcana on it?
I'm
Yeah.
terrible
Yeah.
at investigation too.
Arcana.
I
I can do this
I'm
investigation too.
Go ahead. Whatever. Arcana is good.
Yeah, I'll do Arcana. It's better.
You're better at that.
I got a. Where did we go? I was just looking. 18.
Oh, okay. There's no traps or anything on it. It just glows
nice.
slightly.
Nice.
Looks like a solid. It's not made of solid gold, but it's like a gold-like strange metal.
Is there any seams? Can we open it?
Yeah, it's got a
or-
lid. It could just be flipped open.
Okay.
Okay,
Be careful.
flip it open.
Might have a bad
Opening is.
Okay. Inside, all you see are like purple cushions on the sides and the bottom, but there's nothing inside.
Can I inspect the cushions? Like, see if there's anything in them?
You do a
Or,
thorough
like-
check. Nothing. There's no secret
Got it.
compartments or anything like that.
You think this is where the skull used to be housed? Or supposed to be housed? An off balance of good versus.
Or it could have held a gem at one point.
Did you ask the frog where he found this?
Ooh, good idea.
Miss Frog, I'm sorry for calling you a man before. That's on me. I am not very good.
That's okay. I'm not even sure if there are male and female frogs, so.
There are.
Oh,
There
there are. No big deal.
There
A lot
are.
of people don't know that.
But you guys can also change gender, so you can be whatever you want to be.
There you go.
I'm a lady.
based off of the population.
It explains it was thrown out of a carriage that was driven by 2 skeletal horses.
Oh,
Hey.
oh, I've seen. That sounds familiar.
It does?
Yeah.
Do you know where they go?
There was a dead wizard inside of that carriage. If it's the same carriage.
Dead wizard?
Things
Yeah.
that can kill lizards can certainly.
Do you know where this dead wizard lives?
I don't know. Does the frog know? Or did
Yeah,
it just
ask
see
the frog
carriage?
if it knows
Ask
which
the
direction
frog.
it's going.
Nah.
Miss Frog.
I just kind of just hang out by
You
my
saw
bed.
it?
I don't think she knows you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm
That's all I
gonna step away from this lake
Where-
area. I don't know if there's any roads, but I'm gonna search for maybe tracks, like wagon tracks
Okay,
or
make
of
a
sorts.
survival check, I believe it is.
Survival check. I'm good at that. I'm good at that.
Can I join her?
I've
Altogether,
done that too.
it's not natural 20, but altogether it's 20. So
Nice.
You do see the tracks of a carriage, and you do see hoof prints also, like 2
Ooh.
horses' footprints.
oh,
It is going the path you're going.
do I know how long ago these were made? Like, are they fresh-ish? Are they day old?
They look very fresh.
Okay. I wave everybody else over. I'm
They
like, come
came
over here,
out again.
guys.
what'd you find?
These tracks. I can't
Alright.
say they're pretty fresh and no more than a few hours. This
Then we
might
better
be the
hurry.
wagon that we were looking
Yeah.
for. Thanks, the frog. Let's go. Let's go.
Thanks, Miss Frog! And
Bye. Thank you for the I don't know what you call it. Thank you for
CPR.
solving
Frog
my.
Heimlich.
Yeah, it's all on days work. You're welcome.
Really, I mean, I can't even
You're
can't afford an ambulance, you know.
oh,
All right.
it's hard.
I get it.
It's not easy being green. We get it.
Wow.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, so you're gonna follow the tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tracks lead into a large bowl-like area. It's got like piles of bones of wyverns, which are like dragons, but they don't have back legs.
Oh.
They have stinger tails.
I tell everybody to hide, like behind boulders and whatever, like a wyvern.
And it's just they're all dead. And then there's bone bridges that connect the piles on top. They're about 10 feet off the ground.
Great.
Wow.
I think there's live wyverns, and I hide suddenly, and then I poke up and I realize there's no live ones, and I go, it's fine.
Yeah, this is where I saw suspicious people. Wyvern graveyard.
Like
So I'd probably go to the.
A wind blows and like kind of fog rolls past you, like from the right to the left. And you kind of hear like somebody howling, and kind of washes over you and then keeps going.
How strange. Is this a normal occurrence?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude,
I go,
that's
what's
strange. Let's follow the tracks, I guess.
Okay, so the tracks lead down into
Yeah.
this bowl. It's kind of like a football field, but it's just covered in piles. And there's this path that goes straight through the middle. And above, there's all these bone bridges crisscrossing. And the main path is lined with wyvern skulls, like dragon kind of skulls, all the way from one end to the other.
I look at those and I go like, are any of them like small enough for me to kind of pocket, like a skull?
They're bigger than a normal skull. They're like this big.
Oh, okay. I'll take the
Make a
nicest
sweet
looking.
helmet out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're taking a wyvern skull.
Yeah, as a trophy.
Uh-oh.
As
Maybe
you
this is not.
as you pick it
cool.
up slightly, the eyes begin to glow red.
Put that back, put that back, put that back.
I put it
Nope,
back
nope,
down.
nope.
I put it back down.
All right, and like some of the other heads on the other side of the road like turn to look at you.
I can't have nice things.
I'm gonna try it.
Let's
I'm
not
gonna try
repeat
to,
the
like-
thing with the frog.
Oh dear.
Okay, so you're at the very edge. There's a path that goes straight through, and there's all these bone piles with bone bridges that are 10 feet high.
I don't try picking up anything else.
I think we should try to be stealthy about this.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and go
Yeah,
stealth.
that's a good idea.
Okay, now, that's a group stealth. So here's how group stealth works. Everybody makes a stealth check, and if it's supposed to be more than half of the group makes it, then it's a success. But since there's only 4 of you, I'm just gonna say if 2 of you succeed, then you're good. Okay. So everybody
By the
makes
way,
a stealth
By
check.
the way, before everybody does a stealth check, I get disadvantage on stealth checks because I have like heavy scale mail armor that gives me disadvantage.
just
So
gonna-
if you guys want to tell me to stay behind, I will. But otherwise,
We'll like
I'm
keep you
just
in
like,
the back or
sweet,
something.
sweet. And I just cast guidance again on you.
okay.
This might help.
Okay.
D4.
Alright, here we go.
So, yeah, I think
Alright,
Seraphine, if you have heavy armor, you also have disadvantage. I think.
Don't I have
I don't know. What do you have? I don't remember.
but I have, because I'm a life cleric, I have it's heavy armor proficiency.
Yeah, but even if you're proficient, it still hinders because it's just big clanging armor.
Got it.
Proficiency just means you can wear it, basically.
Got it. So my scale mail is gonna be clinking.
And so,
Oh, okay. That wasn't that bad.
okay, well, disadvantage. Remember, you roll twice and take the lower of the 2. That's how that works.
Yeah, I rolled a 12 and a 13 and plus 2,
I
so
rolled
that's
the- T12 on accident.
Oh,
Okay.
well.
Uh,
Winthrop.
16.
16 for Lilia. What did Winthrop get? What did you roll, Winthrop?
What'd you get?
Did you not?
We're not-
You hear me?
What?
Sorry. Can you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we can
Yep.
hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear? All right.
What'd you get?
I got a 4.
A 4.
Four.
Okay.
Oh,
Bravesweet, what'd you get?
Well, I rolled a 16 and a 10, but I have a +4 on stealth for some reason, so that's 14.
Okay.
yay!
So you're all now. Are you staying on the main path, or are you going to go out around the bone piles?
I think we'd be more stealthy if we edged the path but not walk on the bones and make a bunch of clanning noise with walking over bones and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's what I would suggest.
So you get about 100 feet in, and up on you hear a conversation going on a bridge up to your left.
I was smart.
It's 10 feet above you, and they sound like they're maybe 20 feet away on the other side of a bone pile. Let's
Oh,
see what language they speak.
oh.
Here we go.
What are
And,
we rolling?
Winthrop, you're going to recognize the voice.
Oh,
What do they speak? Oh, they're speaking Elvish.
Oh.
So
okay, cool.
they're talking about what to do with their prisoner, and they could try to sell it to Kel, or they're kind of debating what to do with the prisoner, and the leader is her name is Heather. She's the Darkling Elder. And
Heather.
she's in charge of this little gang of Darkling
What's
thieves.
up, guys? I'm Heather.
Okay, so I know Heather.
And Heather's just like, I don't know what we can keep. She's like, there's no harm in keeping it alive for a while longer. I mean, you know. The other one's like, okay, I'm just worried that others might come for her, you know. She's like, well, I'm the one who's in charge. Isn't that right, Steve? And he's like, yeah, okay, all right.
Steve and Heather, I love it.
Then they just start hanging out and talking and like sharpening their weapons and talking about, you know, daggers and fighting with daggers and stuff.
Does anybody understand what they're saying?
Yeah,
I
what are they
speak
saying?
Elvish, so I understood the whole thing.
Can you?
Did you
I
relay
relay
what they
it.
were
I
saying?
relay it. I relay it quietly. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I think
Did you get off on
Okay.
bad terms, or?
I actually
what
don't know. DM, did we get off at bad terms or not?
No, she liked you.
Okay. So,
You have
there's,
to use that. You have to use that.
yeah, there's a bit of rapport there, so I might be able to make things sway our way.
Then you could join them, pretend you're on their side, and then we can follow discreetly from a distance. And then when we get there, stab, save the prisoner, get Kel, get the thing, and go. Money.
They do things for shiny. So honestly, probably the only reason they're working for this Kel person is they're being paid. But we can go and find stuff out. That's
So, is Winthrop gonna approach alone, or is the rest of the group gonna go also?
I think you should approach a little first.
Well, I'm very friendly, but I'm
We should
very
really approach
charming.
first.
This
should
isn't
really
a
approach
nice
first.
place. Well, you are very sweet. I don't think that's a
Yeah.
good idea at the moment.
We'll be right behind her if anything goes wrong.
Suddenly from the bridge,
Yeah.
you hear. Do you hear that whispering? And they're coming around the bridge that goes kind of over where you are. What do you do?
Can we like go down a little bit to like hunker down a little so they can't see us?
All right, group
how
stealth.
far. Wait,
Oh no!
Winthrop, you go. We'll
Yeah.
find you.
Wait, we need to stealth now?
Speaking.
Lilia, what'd you get?
Oh, disadvantage.
Oh no, guys! Oh
Awesome.
I got a 18. There we go. Sorry.
I got a-
Bravesweet,
I got
what'd you
an 8. I got an 8, and that was with disadvantage. So I got
Winthrop,
an.
what'd you get?
I got a 19.
Okay, and what does Seraphine get?
I got a 13.
Okay, that's-
Disadvantage.
okay, so you guys hustle, and you're able to kind of get around the bone pile a little bit. So they walk out and they look around. And they're like,
Real Scooby-Doo like.
Heather's, in Elfish, Heather says, those cultists might have sent people. You know, we'd better go get the others.
Winthrop, you go. Winthrop, go.
Go, 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 go.
Okay, go. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just. How far out into the graveyard are we?
Hold on, I'm hearing a buzzing noise.
Yeah. I think that's you.
Okay.
Okay, it's better.
It's better now.
Good?
Yeah?
All right, yeah. Sorry.
No problem.
I got an 11.
11 for Seraphine. What about Lilia?
Same.
What
11.
about
I got 10.
Oh, God.
Okay.
They hear us.
Well, we're dead.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna fight now.
Steve kind of
if they-
turns and
If they hear, I'm just gonna pretend to be surprised. If
Oh,
if
really?
They make
make a
well a little bit,
yeah.
yeah.
make a
If they
deception.
pretend- my main thing is like how much of the reaction there is
Oh, okay.
to the sound.
Make a deception.
All right. Let's see. That would be 13.
So
13.
Steve here's like a crack, a foot scraping. He turns and looks down at an angle and he can see you guys. And he draws his dagger and he says in Elvish, Heather, we've got company. And immediately she draws her short sword and her short sword and her dagger, and she looks at you, Winthrop, and sees her surprised, and she seems like she buys it. And she's
Okay.
like, you better get your spells ready, you know? And so then, coming from the other side of the bowl, there's like a galloping noise, and like Heather's eyes go wide and she looks back. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna try to duck back under the bridge.
I mean, if you're going, I'm coming too. I'm just like,
Yeah.
yes.
Like a cantrip as a diversion on a rock, and I'm gonna throw it like towards them, and
That's a good idea.
because it has to be on an object, so I'm gonna cast it on an object and throw it at them.
Okay, so just you cast light and throw it. So just roll a dex. I guess it's just a d20 plus your dex bonus plus 2. I think that is.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Whoosh.
got it. That is a 12.
Okay. What's their ACs? Okay, so it misses them, but it like so they look, and now you can see coming from the other side. There's a chariot being pulled by 2 skeletal horses, and it's kicking up a dust cloud, and it's coming real fast.
We need to get
down,
on
and
that.
it's going on the thing, and she's
That's
like,
a
her eyes are
ride.
wide and scared, and all of a sudden this like glowing rock, like, she's like, ah! She like looks down at you,
God.
like, ah! And they're freaking out,
Oh my god.
and
Like, that's our ride.
Guys,
We
what
need
the
to
heck?
go.
There's a
That's our
bigger
ride.
problem now.
so the chariot's coming right up to under where she is. What would you guys like to do?
I think we should run up to the carriage and hop on. It's our ride.
No!
Cultists in that thing. I don't like them.
Before I see Bravesweet trying to make a break for it, and I grab the back of her armor and yank her back.
Come
Oh,
on, it's
God.
our ride.
No. Shh. Just let her handle it. We could die really, really easily.
All right, so you're gonna stay hidden.
Yeah.
Goodness, we can't
So
by now.
the cart
Are
pulls
we
up.
even hidden?
The cart pulls up to, kind of like so. Heather's looking down diagonal at it. So the horses stop, and they make like weird, creepy, dead horse noises. Like it's like ghostly horses. And the door
I'm
opens.
just kind of glaring at them. Just like, ugh.
Door opens, and out of it comes a robed humanoid, who's basically like a walking rotted corpse. And in the eye sockets are glowing like red lights. And it's holding like what looks like a magic staff and black robes with like red inscriptions on them. And she says, "Kel, I didn't expect to see you here." And he like just kind of looks at her. And that's where we'll stop for this week.
So that's
Pick it
Kel.
up from next
I don't like
time.
Kel.
Ah!
I really
Yay!
hate Kel.
So you're
I
gonna
know.
be 3rd level next week, okay?
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Awesome spells. I love this.
Oh,
Didn't
the
get to do anything
levels.
fun.
All right.
oh
So-
come on.
That's it for Dungeon Academy. We'll play again next Sunday. I think on Thursday I'm doing the Tomb, and then Saturday I'm doing the Tomb of Annihilation. So it's gonna be a bunch of D&D this week, and also Tuesday I'm gonna have Waffle Talk with Rachel Seeley, which should be awesome. So thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you again on episode 3 next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.